Howdy artists! Today we're going to be drawing our vase with our flowers for our still life painting. We are going to be just kind of creating a guide today, and that's going to include some of the basic shapes and lines we need. And then next week when we do our color value painting, you'll get to really go in and add those details. All right, let's begin. I'm going to come to about the middle of my paper and I'm going to create a horizontal oval. Remember, horizontal means side to side, all right? Sometimes what I like to do to help me make an oval is I'll kind of start with a top line and then I'll make a bottom line, and then I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to curve them around to connect. Nice. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to create the sides of the vase. We need to go to the edge of the oval. We don't want to go in here because that's kind of funky for the opening to be larger than the body. So we need to go all the way to the edge so that the opening matches the body of the vase. Look how my hands are curved. We're going to make lines just like that. I'm going to come here on the side and I'm going to start by making a curved line down. And then I'm going to come to the other side and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a curved line down. Now that I have this opening here, I'm going to just go ahead, curve it over, and connect it. Okay, let's talk next about how we need to add a table. We wouldn't just want for our vase to be right on the edge of a table, right? Because then it would fall off. So we don't want to put the line directly here. Instead, what we want to do is we want to bring the line a little bit up. So I'm going to come over here at the edge of my paper and I'm going to draw a line that goes from this side. It's going to touch my vase. Oh, I'm going to stop. I don't want the line to go through the vase. But look how I'm just going to pick up my pencil, come to this side, and once again, draw the rest of that table. All right, great. Now we're going to be creating the stems for our flowers. But just know, right now they're going to be lines. We'll turn them into the full stems with leaves next week. Let's start by coming into about the middle of that oval. I want you to think about this part right here kind of being the opening of that vase. So I'm going to start here in about the middle, draw a line that's going to go up. Notice how I now split it into two. So how about I come over to this side? I'm going to give another one. Doesn't have to be the same height. Same thing over here, draw that line. I'll add another one, maybe over here, maybe this one gets to be a little taller. All right, 5 is good, but if you'd like to add some more, I'd say you could add up to 8. I wouldn't do more than 8 though. So maybe I'll come in here now. I'm gonna add one there, and how about I do one up here? Okay, after I have done my lines, I'm gonna come on to each one of these lines, and I'm just going to add a circle. This is going to be the center of our flowers. But today we won't be doing any petals, because again, I'll show you that next week when we do a specific painting technique with our color value. Once I have finished making these circles, and I want you to notice too, I've made them pretty large. I don't want to make them itty bitty, but also not so large that, you know, they're taking up most of my paper. But once I've done that, I'm going to grab a black crayon. All I need to do is just go over my pencil lines, because we want to be able to see them next week when we add color. If you find that the thick crayon is too large for you, you can ask for a thin crayon instead. But look how I'm doing not just my flowers, but I've done my vase, I've done my table. I'm making sure all those pencil lines have been covered. But also, it's okay if I can see some of these. We're going to be painting over those anyway. All right, now, inside of our vase, this is where I'm going to allow you guys to put in some lines and shapes of your choosing, okay? So you could think about making a pattern, maybe with some shapes, or maybe we just create some lines that will go across it. I'm going to create some wavy lines that I'm going to do for mine, just 2, so I kind of split my vase up into 3. I could also just make a little curve and then have it in 2, or again, make some sort of pattern with my lines and shapes. I'm going to come here now, Making those. And wait, you should do it with pencil first. Oh my goodness, what is Mrs. House doing right now? Okay, well, I'll pick back here. And then I will grab my crayon, because remember, we can't really erase crayon, so it's best if we do it pencil first. But also, don't panic if you make a mistake. You can always paint over it next week. All right, once you have done this, please do make sure that you have put your name on your paper. You can see I've got my name on here. Please make sure that yours is on there. And then we will be heading back to these next week, and we're going to turn this into this. All right, artists, see you next time.